What is up, everybody? Madcap here, and welcome back to Prime World Defenders. So, this episode, I want to do something I was going to say a little different, but it's not actually different. It's exactly the same as we did last time, I think. It's been a little while since I've recorded, but I've been grinding this level, just like I said I was going to in the last episode, and it is far superior, not in terms of rewards, but is far superior to the time versus reward versus amount of thought process that goes into this for grinding and farming. They're all random. You never know what you're going to get. You get the stupid totems. You never know where rocks are going to block you off. Sometimes you get a level that's good, but the rocks block you off, and it just sucks. So it's real hit or miss with these. But for this one, it's always the same. There's no totems. It's 5 levels. And it's something that I've managed to get a good strategy down that I can beat with 100% accuracy so far, which is great. And as you can see, I've actually gotten both of these more or less I'm not going to say by accident, because I did do them on purpose, but it was kind of something more where I was grinding and farming the level, and I started looking at it going, I probably could actually do this. Maybe the next time I farm grind, I will try for this one. And I did, and I failed. So I tried again. And it was just something I did both of these as I was just going through it naturally. So this one took a couple tries because I forgot it says detector in there. So I did it without the slow tower, and but I used the detector and screwed that up. So whatever, man. But I got both of these. So what I wanted to do was show the way I do this level on camera, just in case anybody's curious how I do it, because it felt kind of wrong to not show these off, because I did a whole episode where I went through and got all of the bonuses for each level. So let's do that. I've started to get a decent amount of money here, because I don't really have anything to upgrade anymore. I might do one upgrade right now just because I use it, so it's like, why the heck not? Where are you? Come up to the stage, Mr. Detector. There you are. Do I even have any cards? I have a couple, I guess. I don't remember if I bought a pack. Yeah, I guess I'll just do this for now. See, the range here, the damage is cool, but the range is what I'm really looking for, because the damage isn't really all that great, but if I can get something like this 500 range right off the bat, that's great. Maybe I don't even have to upgrade those towers, because the only reason I usually upgrade them is to get the extra range. So, I don't know. Or maybe I put one down, upgrade to level 3, and we're all set from there. So let's actually buy one of these. Probably going to need to buy 2 of those. I might as well just buy 2. I can always use the cards for something else if I don't use them here. And I'm not getting the store or the daily reward. I don't know why. I still don't understand how that works. I was playing this last night. But I feel like I've played it at night and then waited and it still doesn't show up. So I don't know if it's 24 hours from when you boot up the game, you get that daily reward, and then it starts ticking a 24-hour clock. Because I feel like if I was to play later today, it would probably show up. So I don't know what time it's syncing to. It obviously doesn't reset at midnight. That's pretty clear. So let's see. What did I just do? I bought some cards, right? So detector. Can I just use these first? Well, let's just see where this gets us. All of these. Level 5. Oh, that's right. You're a basic tower. Oh, I thought you were rare. Oh, well, don't that just screw all then? Oh, I barely need any cards for this then. Do I have something that's... No, I don't. I've been selling all my normal cards that I get. Alright, well, whatever. Let's exit out of this. I'll just save a couple of the normal cards I get from this and use it to fuse it up to 5. Well, shoot! I swear that was a rare card. I guess not. Oh well, whatever. So what have we done? Let's sort these by rareness. Dragon Tower, I'll probably put one last thing and just get 25. I got the Ice Tower to 25. That's the biggest achievement. I said I was going to do that, and I did. Ice Tower at 25 is amazing. It's almost 60% like I was predicting, so that is phenomenal. The range is pretty good, too, at level 1. It's 300. Oftentimes, I don't even need to upgrade this. It just does what it does, because it gets the speed slowdown at level 1. So that's great. I got this. Probably there's no hope of ever getting this to level 3. I'm still waiting on the Lightning Tower. I played this level I'm going to do probably about 6, 7, 8 times, and you know how many purple towers I got out of that? 0. You know how many I saw? I think it might have been 1. Yeah, it might have been 1. Maybe. 0 or 1. So, I don't know. There's a chance of, let's see, there's 5. It's 50, so 50, 100, 200, 250. So there's 5 waves. That means there's 5, 10, 15, 20. There's 25 cards every time I play this. So, I don't know. I've gone through, what, like 100, 200 cards maybe? And I barely have seen any purple towers. So, I don't know what to do about that. I finally got a Lightning Tower from one of the store packs, because I just got 20 stars. So I bought another one of these unique boosters, and I got one of the purple magic fusey things. I got a prime gun and a Lightning Tower. So I just need a mirror or another Lightning Tower, and we can finally get that to level 3, which would be fantastic if we can do that. So that's what I'm waiting on there. But this thing, I put it in, like, the first wave, it was able to do some damage, which I don't fault it for. It's level 1, and it's only a tier 1 tower, so I didn't expect it to do anything. But from what it seemed pretty cool. It's just basically shooting everything at once. It's like an AoE tower, essentially. So I would be interested in trying that out. I don't know if it's any good or not, but it seemed mediocre, at least. So that would be kind of interesting to try out. Still don't have another Toxic Tower. I went ahead and got the Air Guard all the way up to level 15. Get as much damage as I can out of it. It's still the best AoE air tower I've got. I went ahead and bumped the Mortar all the way up to level 15 to get that extra little bit of damage, because when you get to times 4, those numbers really add up. So I actually ended up, at this level, going up roughly 1,000 extra damage just by going up here, say maybe 70, 100, whatever it was. I don't know how much it was. It wasn't too much over here, but by the time you get to level 4, that's roughly an extra 1,000 damage. So I'm glad I did that, which is great. Haven't done anything. I fused some of these just to get them out of here. The Stun Tower's now level 3. Curse Tower's now at Tier 3. I guess I should indicate that. Tier 3, not level 3. Tier 3, this one's Tier 3. And everything else down here is the old garbage from the beginning. So that's pretty much where we're at. I've just been focusing mainly on the Ice Tower. Has been my sole priority, is getting that to level 25, because that is just phenomenal, being able to have that at 60% slow at level 1. So, bink! As far as magic goes, I got Magma up to 18. Meteor, I didn't do anything with. Rain of Fire, I'm planning to soon. I'm just saving these up. Now I've got 5, actually. I've got 5 of those now, so that's great. That's a good chunk of spellage I can do. Maybe I should look at it right now. I wonder if I was to do... I was going to do Rain of Fire next. I want to keep these all kind of together so that they're all around level 20. So what do I... If I do this... I've got 5 of them, so I use 2 each. That gets you to 16, so it would need more than that. So if I was to do all of them, what does it get it to? 20. So there you go. It's an extra 392 damage per go about, which isn't too bad. If I do this and I remove 1, that gets it to about 18. That way they're all kind of on par, at least. So it's an extra 280 damage per Reign of Terror, I guess. I'll think about that. I don't know. It's a lot to think about. I think I'm still ready. I've been farming this, so I don't think I need to change anything. Yeah, these are all my core towers. I haven't been using these at all. They're just there. If I could remove them, I would, but I cannot. So let us try this out, shall we? And see how this goes. Let's see. I haven't been using, because I've been trying to do that challenge, I haven't been using the detector or the ice tower. So I need to remember again where I put those to show you the full effect of this level. And I've been playing it like this because it gives me the best view of the initial starter path. and it's kind of just the view I like. But after probably farming it 4, 5, 6 times, I finally turned the view, and I was like, holy crap, I've got more tower slots in the back here. I didn't even know those existed. So I was never even building down there in the beginning. So let us do this. I pretty much always start the same way. It goes Ice Tower, Dragon Force Tower, and Dragon Force Tower. And then we upgrade the Dragon Force Towers. I can get all but one of them right at the beginning. And I also found out that the tab key calls the next wave, because clicking was annoying. So pretty much the entire time I'm playing this, I'm just hitting the tab key. I never stop. And actually this will be going a little bit better because I have the next wave early 50% bonus thing, so that's great. And then I can upgrade this, so that's done. And there's the range on the Ice Tower, which is great. And then what I do basically from there is I'll start throwing down mortars. So I'll look at the range of this, it goes to here, so I make sure that the Ice Tower overlaps that, the next one that I put down. So roughly right about there. That allows them to be slowed the entire way. And then I'll just start throwing down some mortars. Because I'm OCD, I usually like to wait until I have enough money to get it all the way to level 3, just because. But in the beginning, I kind of like to throw them down immediately, because I need that AoE to be going. This one, I will often magic, but you usually don't have to, because the grouped flying guys can be kind of a pain. When I first started playing this, before I really had a good strategy down, it was the grouped flying guys that are always getting through. So now you see the next group flying guys coming through. So what I'll start doing is building these. These are a new addition to my strategy, actually. I was not using these to begin with. I was just trying to let the Dragon Towers do the work. And the Dragon Towers are pretty good, but they were often getting around all the way. I've already missed this part. Place a detector here. And then I'll usually just upgrade the detector all the way, because just get it done. That we don't have to think about it anymore. And now with a little bit of added range, it'll be even better. So there you go. That is the only detector that I've ever needed in this when I've been playing. So you're good there. And then this goes all the way over here, so I'll usually just place an Ice Tower back here. That way they're slowed from the very beginning. Now we've covered this entire path with slow. Oh man, my wrist is actually sore. I've been doing this so much. It's actually tired right now. It's not a good sign. And then I'll usually place a mortar back here. That way we get the early mortar right as soon as they spawn, which is always good. And then we just wait for this to upgrade. And once this is upgraded, you pretty much have your core strategy done. And then you can just use magic whenever you want. Let's go ahead and click on this, upgrade that to level 3. And this is the last wave, so I can actually rest my hand here. I kid you not, I'm just going like this on the tab key. Because before, when I was trying to get the wave bonus... Holy crap! Look at that! Oh my god, I'm not going to get that. Jeez Louise! Look at that, you actually get to see me attempt to do one of these on camera. I kid you not, this is so rare to see this. Crap. Okay, well, I don't know. There's no strategy for this as far as I can tell or I've ever read. It's just random, so don't expect me to get it. Oh, I need to collect that. That's right. Prime Explosion. I can sell that. I don't need that. And at least we got the stars. There you go. That's usually how it goes. You never get what you want. So now I'm never going to see that again. Oh well. Would have been cool to see that level too, but whatever. Okay, so moving on here. We have 2 mortars, we have 3 Dragon Towers, we've got this entire path slowed down. So now what I kind of do is I'll go back and forth. These Dragon Towers are good enough for now. What I start doing is I go back and forth between mortar and air guard, keeping an eye up here to what's coming next. So I'm going to throw this down to help out a little bit. And then we're just going to start mortaring out here. And what this is going to turn into is basically a massive AoE kill zone. Everything up here is going to be mortars. Everything on this side is going to be air guards.
Take that.
So we're just going to keep upgrading these. I like to keep everything at level 3. I don't let anything sit at 2 for the most part. And this is basically it. We've got 2 air guards, so that's pretty good right now. You can see flying guys aren't showing up too much yet. There are a couple of waves where I feel like it's basically all little flying guys. So you do want to keep an eye on that and try not to fall behind too much. It's been so long since I've done this with the slowing tower. This is great. It's so much easier with the slowing. And there you go, see? All those grouped guys are dead. Just like that. When I was doing this before, just relying on the dragon towers, they were definitely a pain. They never got all the way through to the end, but they would circle all the way around here and get about here, usually. So, same thing with the ghosts. I could put the punchers in if I upgraded those all the way and just deal with the ghosts a little bit better, but I haven't needed to. So what you're seeing has worked 100% of the time. In fact, I think even as of recording the last episode, I don't think anything ever got through. I don't think anybody has ever leaped to the end on this level for me, if I'm remembering my first attempt properly. And you can see most of these guys are taking some pretty good damage from these mortar towers right from the beginning, and they're slowed right from the beginning, so it's pretty darn good. I mean, it will start getting, not bad, but it will start getting a little bit tough with some of the guys, so we will need the Dragon Force towers towards the end. But that's just, keep an eye on this. As long as your mortars are keeping up, then keep spending the money on the mortars and the air guards, and just get all that done right in the beginning. Then you can go in and... Another... What the heck? This is making me look like a liar. I kid you not. I did not see any of these go through when I was playing before. But I have told you before, though, that I have seen very important towers come through that I've desperately needed and never been able to get them. So this is more like that other time I was explaining. Because watch, let's see if I can get the sharpshooter. Come on, sharpshooter. Yes! I finally got something! Thank you! I don't remember what that gets me. I think that gets me a level 2 and a level 1. So I still need one more sharpshooter. I believe. I'm not entirely sure.
We need to replace some gears.
Boy, I wish I had gotten that, whatever it was called, spray tower, I think? That would have made this a perfect playthrough. Oh well. Sorry, everybody just thinks I'm a liar now. But I promise, I did not see anything go by. I think the one tower I saw go by was a Dragon Force tower. And I've gotten so many of those now that I'm just like, ah, oh, man. So I just sold it for the money. So we are the people of the day, or whatever they say. I don't even know that song. I think we're pretty much set there. So we just have 2 more to go here and an air guard tower. So let's go ahead and get that going. I'm watching for the flying guys as well.
Right on target.
The flying guys are still getting killed pretty well. Okay, that's good. So I'm just gonna keep moving through the mortar. I'm still hitting that key. Okay, here comes a decent wave, so let's get that done, actually. Yeah, there's a bunch of flying guys coming. So that's the last air guard we're going to put down. Air guards aren't great. They really start to feel the pain on the red flying guys. Like, here comes the flying waves. There you go. There's a good... If you're not prepared for that, then you're going to be in a world of hurt. But, for the most part, I've been kind of slacking on the Dragon Force towers, so they're going to get by a little bit here, I think. No, I guess not. Alright. Okay, we're starting to get a lot of flying guys, so where I would usually build next is right here. And right here. Because this will cover down here. It gives me a little bit of extra DPS down here. But more importantly, it gives me a loop back tower. So if somebody gets through here, it gives me a spot that will shoot them on the way around. So I built a couple there. Probably not too many. Just a couple extra is all you need, really. Just keep up with these flying units. That's probably the biggest thing here, because if you're building all these mortars, you don't have anything attacking air units, so... Just don't overcommit, I guess is the moral of the story here. Looks like we're still doing good so far, though. Final wave, rest the hand. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down, since we've got enough money for it.
Right on target.
Put this down. It's so hard to click on these sometimes. There we go. Okay. And this is all garbage. That's what I'm used to seeing. That. I guess I could keep this for now. We have plenty of room. I can sell it later. But we'll get that tower upgrade all the way. So tab, just keep hitting that tab button. We're already 150 through. We're over halfway done already.
To battle.
So let's put the last... I don't usually put one here. I'll usually start building off of here or here. I like to get my corners done first, but this is another great place to go. So what you can do is look at this tower, see how far it goes. So it's reaching out to here. So as long as our next tower overlaps that, which I would say here would be a perfect overlap, we can start building these towers out here now, because these don't quite reach out here. So see, the air guard towers are starting to feel the pain of the flying guys. So dragon towers is where we're going to move to next, and the dragon towers will be everything back here, dragon and slow. And then you can just do this. You can kind of, if you wanted to keep up a little bit better, you can start placing your magic down. You don't, I found I don't necessarily need it, but
To battle.
it just helps if you're paying attention. Okay, we have enough, and you're going to need these dragon towers for the ghosts, because the ghosts don't get slowed, so that's often why I like to do the corners as well, because that keeps constant DPS going. These are good here because they attack the top path as well. Always try to make sure whenever you're placing a tower, the dragon towers, make sure they attack two paths, which is why this pattern right here is very specific. There's a reason I do it that way. It's not just by chance, because putting these in the back allows them to attack up here, which helps out a lot. And don't worry about the little things that are getting through. They'll come back around, and like I said, things generally get through back here, but this is the furthest they've ever gotten with the slow towers. So yeah, once again, place these in the back first, because that can attack the top path. That gives you two. This is basically counting for two paths now. And keep the ice tower going. We're just saving so much money not having to take that to level 3. It's great.
Take that!
And I'm still hitting that tab button. Over and over and over and over. That's how you'd be getting the reward for the multiple bonuses. Do 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 do. And you can pretty much build back here. Usually I'll start building here first before I start building the last corner, because these once again attack the early path, and getting early damage is usually better. So that's the way I like to do it, see?
That was fun!
And okay, that's the last wave for this one. Good. Put this out. And that guy's dying perfectly. Okay. Take whatever we get here. There's nothing really to get. Star is good enough, so let's continue on. And start hitting that tab button again. Don't forget. And put some more towers out here. Once again, the pattern here is reversed, because this way it can attack this path. The ghosts are always going to get by like this, so don't panic. As long as you've got your towers set back here, you'll be fine. Anything that gets by to here will be mostly dead by then, so not a huge issue. Upgrade these. I'm gonna go ahead and use this here just because. Get some extra magma damage going. Not much, but something. The meteor helps because it pauses them, so that's always nice. Get some extra rain of terror from the sky. And there we go. 216.
Beasts won't get through.
Your beast won't get through, yeah. And I can probably go ahead and build this guy here. And you don't necessarily have to worry about the ice towers up here, because these do reach. So as far as I know, they should slow everything there, I think. And I'm gonna build this here. I don't know that I'll need this, but it's here, just in case. Throw this down for fun. The DPS in here is just insane. All these mortar towers doing, what, 7,000 something each hit? With AoE? Like this right here I'll probably do just for fun. Because it's a lot of grouped guys. Just to help out a little bit. And now we're down to individual ghosts, so that's fine. Throw this down here. Oh, that's perfect timing to actually hit the flying guys too. And upgrade you. And put this down.
You beasts won't get through.
This is pretty much the pattern I follow. You can do more or less as you need. So we could probably put one down. As long as it reaches here and here, that should be fine. So there you go. Now they're slowed all the way around this corner. The interesting thing, though, is this strategy only works assuming you've been able to get the same towers I have. So there's no guarantee that you even have. And see, this is the ghost wave. The ghost wave, there's so many of these. By the time they loop around, these ghosts are coming back as well. So that is an extremely dangerous wave if you're not ready for it.
I've got a gift for you monsters.
There we go. So that corner's covered, or that straightaway is covered. Oftentimes I'll build here and start building that out. It's really up to you at this point. You're pretty much done. So you can do whatever you want. Throw down some of this, get some lava going for fun. Good, good, good. Stupid ghosts.
Just a couple degrees lower.
I should try this level with a bunch of punchers. That would be kind of interesting. I don't know where I'd put the punchers, though. Maybe along this wall? Because the punchers only attack ground, so you're losing a lot of DPS with that. I need the AoE from the cannons. So I don't want to lose the AoE from the cannons. And then I'd also be losing air attack, so I don't know. Shuffle, grab, puncher, let's collect that. I could try for the 2 stars. No, didn't get it. Alright, I'm not going to spend 450 though. Because stars are the only way I think I'm going to be able to get what I need for the purple cards. And you get about 3,000 from this, so that's great. And what I'm going to do, I should have done this all at once, but I wanted you to see my full strategy. This is the no holds bar. If you want the next waves, whatever you want. This is the maximum strategy I use. What I'm going to do is probably play this again, because I'll probably want to farm it anyways and grind out some money, farm out some towers, whatever. So I'll do another run where I don't use the slow towers or the detector towers, in case you're curious to see how that goes. It's literally the exact same strategy, but instead of the slow tower or the detector tower, what you do is you place the corresponding tower there. So instead of, like, up here, so if it would stop rotating, but instead of a slow tower here, I'd put a dragon tower. Instead of a slow tower here, I'd put a mortar. Mortar would be here. Instead of a detector, I'd put a mortar. And that's just how it would go. So I will cut that in probably on the final few waves so you can see it. And we'll pretty much have this whole level covered at that point. It'll be a farming and grinding master, just like me. Okay, so without ice towers, let's see here. I figured I could show the first, maybe like the first wave, or not wave, set of waves, like the first 50 maybe? Just to see how it goes. I believe this doesn't change much. So we'll start here. And I think you also want to keep calling waves, because the strategy probably relies a lot on keeping your money up. And I think you might not end up having enough money if you're not calling the next waves. Because look, I just got 15 from that, 13 from that. Those are large chunks of money there to be losing out on. So I'm just going to start with 4 of you guys. Go ahead and get rid of that. I wasn't paying attention. That gets us back in line here. We just need 30 and we'll be set with these guys.
That was fun.
Alright, perfect. So the next step is probably going to be to get an air guard out early. Dude, that was just barely in time. Whew. Okay. Well, good for us. And then we're going to need AoE pretty quickly here. I'm just going to toss one down. The hard part is going to be the cloaked guys. That is definitely going to be where most of this falls apart. So you kind of just have to hope, I suppose, that you can kill them. Like this tower... Yeah, that was enough to kill him. Okay, that's good. Some of these guys are getting through. That's okay for now. He's dead. He's dead. As long as they're able to single focus on these guys, I feel like you can kill them pretty easily, but this early part is where you're going to have probably the hardest time keeping up with everything. So let's go ahead and get... Well, I should probably finish this off before I regret it. And we'll get this out right now for a little bit of extra DPS, but I'd like to get it to 2 quickly. Obviously I'd like 3, but sometimes we can't have what we want. Things basically go the same way as they did before. They're just going to move a lot quicker now. So you just have to be on the ball with this stuff. But things like the ghosts, fortunately, the ghosts won't change. The only thing that might change is what ends up with the ghosts. So you might have more guys. Maybe you'll have less guys. I don't know, since they're moving... The enemies are moving faster. Maybe they'll be dead quicker. But, yeah. The first wave is pretty straightforward. Oh, look at all these things. I would like all of these, actually. Huh. I might do 2 on this one. Actually, let's take a look. Magical Eye. Not great, but I'll take it. Sure. And 200 silver. So we lost 25 silver. What are you going to do? I mean, technically... Well, there's still 1 star left. I was going to say, technically, anything left now is great. It's either 400 silver or 3 stars, but there's also the 1 star, so... I don't know, is 450 worth 1 star? Sure, why not? That was the 400 silver. Well, there you go. We ended up losing 75 silver on that, but that's alright. Alright, so, I probably will just see you on the final wave, and you can kind of see how this all ended up, what it looks like at the very end. So yeah, I will see you there. Okay, so at this point we are on the final 50 here. Everything is pretty much in place. You can see it's pretty much as I explained it. These are all mortars now. These are still all air guards. These are all dragon towers, and we're just building out the dragon towers in the back end now. Is all we're doing, so that's what's happening. Stuff is getting back behind just because it's ghosts and stealth guys. You gotta wait for the stealth guys to decloak before they can be attacked again, but as long as you're spreading out your towers here in the back, you should be fine, because they'll decloak, and they'll decloak around some of your towers, so they'll get hit by like these 2 at once, and they'll decloak and get hit by these 2 at once. So it's not all that bad. There's plenty of time to kill these guys, which is nice. I'm going to go ahead and finish off this little... Well, maybe not finish it off. I don't know if I need all 4. But I'll build those there. And then once we get a couple over here, we'll be pretty much set for what we need. And you see here, the cloak guys, they'll eventually get hit by something. If you have enough mortars, they'll all kind of just fire at it. And it should do enough damage, because even if it cloaks, it'll still get hit by all the other mortar fire, so it all counts, which is pretty nice. Go here. Go. At this point, it's just rolling Dragon Force towers. And a bunch of wagons, but we have plenty of magic to help out here. I mean, that's not doing a whole lot, but whatever.
I've got a gift for you monsters.
Magma will help slow them down as well. That way you still get some slowing. And once again, they still have to go through this entire barrage of mortars here, so it's nothing to panic over, but that's why we built these towers here, to keep up the DPS. Keep that coming. But, yeah, this guy should die from any one of these things. There you go. And we can probably build another couple over here. Probably do something over here with this lot that's coming. Do some magma. Slow it down a little bit. Get some extra DPS right there. Click on this tower if we can.
For you monsters.
And put some over here. There, that'll max out that corner now. Probably put one right here. Get this corner doing some damage as well. And it's just all about the little things in life. The little bit of damage here or there just to keep the DPS going. Enough to kill a couple of these guys as they come through, so by the time they get over here, maybe it's only one guy or two at most. That way you're not getting a flood of things. Because when you get a flood of things coming through a place like this, that's when you start having problems. Because that means your initial towers aren't shooting the stuff that's coming out, so you start falling behind more and more and more, and you can't keep up with that. So that's the problem. As long as you can keep this down to one or two guys that get killed in a shot or two,
Take that!
that's what's going to help you out. See, just a little bit of damage, finishing off most of these guys on the way here. And they're all dead. Most of these ghosts are almost dead by the time they reach around the corner. And we're on the final wave, so there you go. Let's put this here. Let's get some slowing damage on these wagons. And I don't know, I guess we can put one here for fun. Can I make this symmetrical before it's over? Hooray! Who else is alive? A couple card things. Okay, I can do this. Whoops!
Just a couple degrees lower.
Up 3. Whew, we made it just in time. So there you go. That's pretty straightforward as well. So now you have both strategies for what to do with this level for optimal farming and grinding. If you're going for these, now you have both strategies for that as well, assuming you have towers that are kind of on par with what I've got, so do with that as you will. Also, you seem to get quite a few levels while you're doing this. You get a lot of experience, so you're getting a star here or there also, which I guess isn't really that useful, but it is there if you need it. And as I had mentioned in the last video, this is weird because I stopped recording, closed the game, ate lunch, and came back, and I got my daily, and the store repopulated, so I don't know when it does it or how it decides to do it, because I was probably doing this around 11 o'clock, maybe midnight last night. I'm not entirely sure when I was actually farming and grinding for stuff, but it hasn't been 24 hours, that's for sure, so it must reset at some specific time, as far as I would imagine. It looks like we're getting close. We have 18, so we're close to another pack of unique booster cards. If I could just get that lightning tower, maybe get that sniper tower, we would be looking pretty good here, because the lightning tower might be able to replace the air guard. I'm not entirely sure yet, but that's something I'm looking into. It's really expensive though, so I don't know if it can. But it's definitely something I would like to do. I still don't know if these are going to be any good, but I guess there's there if I need them. I'm also not too sure about the stun tower, because this does a lot of damage against wagons, but it's a blue tower, so it's a rare tower, so I don't know if the 300% bonus damage it actually does is even worth trying to use. I don't know. It's only level 1, and it's doing 500 damage at the times 4, the tier 3. So I don't know. If I find myself with spare cards, it might be worth trying, I guess, because it does stun air and land enemies. So I don't know. It might be kind of handy to have some of these, because wagons are always a problem if you're not ready for them, because they like to put wagons in large groups. So you might kill the first one and the enemies, the second one and the enemies. By the time you get to like the third or fourth one, you're killing half the wagon, and then by the time it's at the end of your towers, you've killed it, it's hitting the enemies. So by that time, the last wagon has full health, and you still have to kill that and drop off the enemies and kill those. So they can be a problem, that's for sure. So I don't know, maybe I'll just screw around with it. But it's not really worth screwing around with any of these at level 1. So it's kind of unfair. You kind of have to know what the heck's going on when it's fully upgraded, like level 15. Tier 3 level 15. I don't know. This might be worth it too. I don't... Did it increase the damage? I don't remember if it actually increased the damage on this tower, or it was just the range. There must have been a reason I stopped upgrading it, right? I would think? I don't know, because this is level 6, so it's halfway there. Whoa! So I would imagine it would probably get up to 25% if it was upgrading, which isn't too bad, I guess, in the long run. I don't know. But there you go. There is this level fully done and fully tutored for you. That way you can play it on your own. So go do it. Get lots of money and keep the farming and grinding going. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, stay metal!